You want another way for science and technology to work for you? Stick around until the end of this video for information on the delicious innovation of SuperBeets Heart Chews. If you have not subscribed, please do. A lot of people just get my content served to them by YouTube. YouTube doing a lot of work for me there, heavy lifting, and they're not actually subscribed. So check. If you're not subscribed, please do. Trying to get to 700,000 by the end of the week. I'm currently at 692,300 subscribers, and I would appreciate it very much. Let's move on here. I'm going to talk about this viral video from a PAC, an ad, an anti-Trump ad, anti-Republican ad. But before I do, I want to talk a little bit about fundraising very briefly, not in depth at all. But I don't know this PAC. I don't know the people who are involved. I'm not recommending or not recommending. I'm not giving you any advice whatsoever relative to donating money to this PAC. I don't know. But it's a good ad. And I think it resonates with the American people in a funny way. This is why this thing went viral. Because it touches on what we all fear and what we all know they're up to. But they do it in a very funny way. The Republican Party for decades has been working against the interest of disparate minority groups, whether that be women, whether that be people of color, black voters especially, trying to suppress the vote of, trying to disenfranchise on a systemic basis for decades, whether that be closing down polling centers so people have to wait in line for far longer than is reasonable to vote, whether that be passing laws like they did in Georgia, making it illegal, making it a crime to hand out water bottles to people who are standing in those long lines. It's a thing of nightmares. The Republican Party has had it mission number one to suppress the vote in several different communities. Young people, students, black people, native, indigenous people in the United States. It's a standard operating procedure. Even voter ID. I know a lot of people say, well, it makes total sense. You got to prove who you are. Yeah, it does make sense if that's what they were doing, but they have admitted time and time again that it will help Republicans if you show up and they force you to show an ID. Because a lot of people don't have an ID. A lot of people... Anyway, I said it would be brief. So I don't know about this PAC, but this ad is fantastic. I'm going to show it, and then let's talk about it and whether we think it is workable, not workable, if it's going to move the needle at all, and exactly what the messaging is.
Us MAGA Republicans banned abortion, but that's just the start.
That's just the start.
If Trump gets elected, we want the government involved in all aspects of your sex life.
Way more involved.
Way more involved.
When you have sexual intercourse, it should be illegal to use contraception. No pills, no condoms.
Your genitals are reserved for procreation.
If you freeze 12 eggs, you should be required to have 12 babies, or else you're a serial killer. And I'm definitely not a serial killer.
Are you?
My son monitors my porn usage to make sure I'm not self-pleasuring.
Just like Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. That's true, you can look it up.
Don't you think that's normal?
Yeah, I do.
It's normal for your son to do that.
You should have a family member monitor your porn use too.
Because pleasuring yourself is very, very naughty.
I'm voting in November.
I'm voting in November.
We're all voting in November. Are you?
Because what happens in your bedroom is up to me.
Is up to me and my son. Also, mouth stuff is a sin.
The last part always gets me. I've watched it several times. What I love is how they're getting sweatier and sweatier and more gross and weird as it goes, more intense. And it's great. But it speaks to, and mouth stuff is a sin. It speaks to a number of different things. One, the whole Mike Johnson thing and his porn accountability partner was his son. We know what that means. We know why people watch porn. It's not for entertainment reasons. Well, it's for entertainment reasons, but there's a natural outcome, if you know what I mean, from watching porn. That's what Mike Johnson involved his son in, to let him know when he's taking care of biz, if you know what I mean. And I think you know what I mean, because we're all human. That's weird. to involve your teenage son to hold you accountable so you don't masturbate while watching pornography. That's weird and gross, but mainly weird. So talking about this is, look, a lot of people aren't terminally, compulsively, unhealthily online, like me, like I am, and maybe many of you. So they don't know about the Mike Johnson thing. So this ad would serve to people like, what? What are they talking about? Click the QR code and then learn about it. But all of the stuff about restrictions on women's bodies and wanting to be in the room, metaphorically speaking, or maybe literally speaking in some Republicans' case, in the exam room with a physician and a patient. They want to be there. They want to legislate that. For as much as the Republican Party talks about wanting to stay out of people's lives, they're not into staying out of people's lives. They want to control people's lives just in the way that they want to do it. Whether that be healthcare choices for women, whether that be how parents parent their children, what books they can and can't read, what histories are available and unavailable to teach in our country. They want to silence any teaching of any history or advancement that has been offered by brilliant black people in our history. That is woke. We can't teach that. The story of Rosa Parks, Claudette Colvin would more appropriately be taught, but those are histories in our country, American history, that are not being taught. They are at issue in Republican circles because it's woke or it's CRT or it's DEI or whatever aspersion is the flavor du jour. So a PAC like this, the Won't PAC Down ad, I think it serves well. Again, I can't speak to the credibility of the PAC. Generally, I think giving straight to the candidate is the smart move. But you know, if you're into it, you're into it. So what do you think? I would love to know. I don't want to know what you think about mouth stuff and whether it's a sin or whatever the last line was. But generally, what's your opinion on the ad? I would appreciate it. Let's talk about it in the comments below. You can also leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. Oh, the mouth stuff. If you want to help support this work, I would appreciate it. I don't know, I'm having a throat issue here. Click the join button below, become a channel member for $1.99 a month. That helps me produce these videos, keep the lights on, as they say. I would appreciate it. You can also go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. And that would be a good one too. Follow me on social media. Now I'm rattled because my throat is getting raspy. I don't know. At Dollemore, all across the internet. You can find me, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. I'd love to see you there. And I would, if you're there, I'd love to see you. Anyway, be genuine. You know, have an opinion about mouth stuff. And take care of one another. Maybe with your mouth. All right, that's too much. It's too much. See you next time. You know how they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks? There's some truth to that, as you know, it's often tough to incorporate new elements into your daily regimen, but it is not at all impossible. Bite-sized additions to your routine are an easy way to effect very real change. Even old Yeller here has managed a novel feat in 2024. To further my goals of better health, I've started taking Humans Super Beats Heart Chews. Small but mighty, these heart chews are a simple and effective way to support heart health and blood flow. Turn a new health trick with Super Beats. Get a free 30-day supply of Super Beats Heart Chews and 15% off of your first order by going to getsuperbeats.com and using promo code Dollemore. Paired with a healthy lifestyle, the antioxidants in Super Beats are clinically shown to be nearly 2 times more effective at promoting normal blood pressure than a healthy lifestyle alone. Human Super Beets are the #1 doctor, pharmacist, and cardiologist recommended beet brand for cardiovascular health support. They are also trusted by collegiate athletes and pro sports teams. And they're a plant-based and stimulant-free way for you to realize your potential. I take 2 in the morning and feel like a young pup all day in the studio. Take them whenever you like, though, with or without your food, and see how great they make you feel. Make simple and effective health changes this year with Super Beets. Get a free 30-day supply of Super Beets Heart Chews and 15% off of your first order by going to getsuperbeets.com and using my promo code Dollemore. That's getsuperbeets.com and use promo code Dollemore. Us elders can learn new and healthy ways with Super Beets Heart Chews.